back. This video, we will follow the earlier video after we explained the high level getting started for using Protege in ontology editing or development. Let's talk about this nice article called Ontology Development 101. This published in the Stanford Wiki page, and I want to introduce mainly two parts. One is before we go to detail every menu, every view within Protege, let's have our common understanding on the steps for making one ontology, no matter bigger one or small one. And also through this development guide, I digest some key questions that coming from these documents. Actually, those 5 areas or 5 questions are quite relevant during also my self practice, and also I see lots of the questions and discussions on the variable forums with some of those the topics. I hope it's through this mind map I gave you the summarized information so that you can look for the same documents. This file is already in the GitHub file of the documents, so I will make this available, and then you can come to my GitHub page here. Then within ontology repository, go to the use Protege, and here is this mind map file in the left, and also I already export that into the markdown. So through this markdown you can see like this development one-on-one. I have all those detail, the information, and you can search for those for your reference. But first is if you click the link I gave you in this mind map, you will come to this protege.stanford.edu. I should see is this wiki page is not in quite the latest one, so you can see last modified almost 10 years before, but still I treat this document is quite relevant and still informative for your reference. And you, this tool download, actually I also put that into here, but depending on how you can use that, this one is the zip file is have this 3 the document 3 project files, and also this PowerPoint, not PowerPoint. It says this is the presentation, but if you extract that, there's no extension. So far, I couldn't open that. It says it's a PowerPoint presentation to explain the guide, but I still suggest is you can click this and it's open this PDF file for you. So this guide, I suggest is if you got time, please read that thoroughly. It's by first is the why develop an ontology, and what is an ontology, and then the simple the knowledge engineering methodology for the first the 2 and 3 the chapters. Within the 3rd chapter, I put this summarized here. So that is our informative step. I think you need to evaluate, and you can follow those when you build your own the ontology. So for this step, if you see that is summarized as the 7th step. Here is the step-by-step, more detailed description, but I think I want to highlight just the topic. So if you want to create or build our ontology, first you need to determine the scope and determine the domain and the scope, whether you want to build our financial industry ontology, or you want to build our one ontology, or medical ontology, or is a vehicle ontology. So that is your domain and scope. So first, don't have too much or too large scope. Actually, so within Protege, later on you can see you can load other ontology. So try to keep your domain and scope is in the manageable part. So ask yourself the competency question. So those are the sample for those one ontology, but you need to sketch a list of questions that are knowledge based on that ontology should be able to answer. So that is a code is a competency question. So if you make too big, that you are not able to finish your ontology in feasible way. If you make that too narrow, that means you have a limited scope of the knowledge, and maybe it's not covered enough the range of your knowledge base. So you need to carefully define the domain and the scope. So this is the important starting point. If you make this wrong or the improper way, then all the rest of the step may come to the wrong direction. And then once you decide your scope and domains, then it's try to consider reusing existing ontology. So it's also quite relevant because ontology is based on, or all file is based on the open world assumption. So it must have someone or in somewhere in the world already do something for the knowledge within your expected domain. So try to leverage anything is already existed, and those open ontology is use the linked data or link the open data. So there's a numbers of the resources that you can find, and through the author on this document, they gave some this ontolingua, this is already not available. So if you come to here, this tool is already not able to access. So let's skip this. But this DAML ontology library is still available. So you can have come to here, then you can see available ontology by URL or by maybe it's let's say by keywords. So academy is our ontology, or if I see I want to have some maybe let's see. So find is some interesting. So let's see. I want to check is medical. So there's a two ontology related to medical. It may not be all available for now, but it will be. So some are still. I hope I can find someone is available. Oh, unfortunately, those one is not quite available. But let's check those. If it's with this D, it's not. So maybe the list is not maintained by proper way. So yeah. So if I put, I hope it's those one. You still have some ontologies available, but unfortunately, I try to find those they are all not able to choose. So that is the interesting part is, but let's mark this. So this is DMAM. Let's make our icon. So maybe here is not okay. So, but for I gave you some others beyond this paper. So that is to make sense, or I think is I understood. Because this paper is more than 10 years ago, so the world is changed quite fast. So first is this one is another nice list. So if I click this, you will get that is a list of ontology by W3C. So this one these days still the available. So if you click those like this semanticweb.org, they maintain our wiki and ontology. So it's not fast. But I gave you these two famous ontology. One is this DC, Dublin Core. Dublin is not in the Ireland. The Dublin is in some location in US. And also this fourth. So I've OAF, friends of friends ontology. So all those are the live projects still available. So this one is unfortunately is not, but at least the Dublin Core is our great ontologies that you can learn from them. So as well as the one information. So this is the ones.com. So they also have our, you can see 1 A to Z name, guide, and also it's not called ontology, so but they have this name. So if coming from here, so you got this name A to Z. So those are the kind of the source for building your ontology. And I also put this fable. So if any of those link is not working, fine, just you can check yourself, and I hope this will be on this repository is our live list. I will check time to time. If that's working, then I will mark. If not working like this DAML, I will mark this. For this fable or fable is talking the financial industry business ontology. So this is also our important ontology. So if you look at those ones, so you can see the fible's information. So coming from here, so it's the Fible home, Fible viewer. So if you go to the viewer, actually you are access those ontologies file, so you can follow the rules to come to. Like as I choose the version, and then I can find. So maybe it's let me see. So payment. Then you can see you find this numbers of the classes. Then those are the related to payment. So that is the financial industry. And these are sumo, and these are needs the common core. So this common core is also our the interesting ontology. So actually, is they are using the TTL, the turtle, this format. So for example, is if I come to is time ontology turtle, then you will get on those triples. So with this time ontology, which you can use the tools to deal with those ontology. And I have another the series videos or research is to my interest is a traditional Chinese medicine, so called short in TCM. So there's are numbers of the professionals dealing with this TCM domain, but until now I didn't see are ready online ontology. So I'm studying for those, and I hope I can share with you more about this TCM area. So once you go to our ontology, back to our question or step is if you find this some ontology cover partial of your target domain or range, try to see whether you can reuse those existing knowledge, or at least you can load partial of them and try to link to those ontologies. So that means you don't need to repeat those work that somebody already done for other purpose, which can fit to your purpose as well. Step 3, let's back to our document is to enumerate important term in the ontology. So that means is once you decide our domain and you see there you consider enough the existing knowledge base on you connect to the ontology, but you still need to create something, then please consider how you can list down those the key terms that can serve your purpose. So some the key will be the come to the class. So then once you list down the important terms, is the step is define the class and define the class hierarchy. So hierarchy is you can have the top-down approach or bottom-up approach or combined approach. But according for one, you can see is you need to decide is what are the making sense the results. So whether you need to distinguish per type by white one, red one, and rose one. Or you need to distinguish by the region first. So that is your the art. So sometimes we talk is the ontology is a combination of the technology and the art. So it's not only the technology, the activities. You need to also think about how you can make your ontology structure or hierarchy in more beautiful way. That is our artist mindset. So, but depending on those is how you can classify your domain of knowledge and how you can have a well classification. So consider the how you in the animals or the plants, how those plants the scientists make those classification. So you can refer to such kind of way to make your domain knowledge the classes hierarchy. So there's no yes and no or good and bad hierarchy. As long as those hierarchies serve your purpose, that will be our good enough hierarchy. Once you have your hierarchy and serve your classes the terms, then you move to the step to define the property of the classes slots. So every classes you need to consider is what are the properties and what are the possible property value. So that is when you watch my another videos series about the Sparkle, learning Sparkle is you will see is every the knowledge the statement is our triple. We can use the natural language to represent the triple is the subject, the predicate, and object. Or we can see that is a subject, property name, and the property value. So step 5 is you finish the step 4, so you have the subject, and then you need to define what are the properties to describe your classes or your subject. And then this, if you see here is our teacher, then this what are the teachers the property? Maybe it's the teacher is teaching classes. Then the value will be the name of the class. Or teacher is related to our home class. Then that the value will be this name of the class name. So that is the. Or you can see our literal is teacher as our subclass of the person or human. So must have the inherit properties like the age, the gender, and the address. Maybe it's a teacher also have an email address and telephone number. So then you have a different type of those literal to have the property value. So once you describe list down the property, then you can have the range of those possible values. So the sample here document is talking about how you can describe the class like 1. Then you may have color, body, flavor, sugar content, something or location, something as well. Then those are the property for your classes slot. Then after that is define the phases of the slots as the step 6, which I already mentioned a little bit, is you have your property name on step 5. At the same time, you need to define the property value or the restrictions of your property name. So that is you can define restriction on the cardinality. So for example, is 1 the teacher have covered 1 class, 2 class, 3 class. So those are the cardinalities. Or you have this data type for your slot value. And also for every slot, you may define the domain and the range. So this we already mentioned that in the PISA O, the tutorial. And after this facet or the value of your property defined in the slot, the last one is you have the ready class and the class hierarchy with the either the data property or object property. Then you can start to create an instance. The instance is the individual instance of class in the hierarchy. So define an instance for a class. Require first is choosing a class, then create an individual instance of that class and filling in the slot value. So slot value is defined by step 6 on the restriction. So you can then repeat this step 7 to create a multiple instance, and then you can use those properties to connect your the instance, because your property can either be the data property, then that's just assign the slot physics or value, or can be the object property. Then that can be the subject and the object can both be our class. Can be the different instance. Then you have this object property in the middle as the predicate. So through that way is you are making the ontology as the starting point. Then we may have some key questions talking about. So I will make those questions explanation in the next video. So see you in that video, and thanks for your watching.